Hello, Tzaddikim. This video is coming to you from Poland. The Yeshivat asked me to give a Dvar Torah about Barech. Right? Barech is obviously the part of the Seder, which is a little bit weird that we have to make a Dvar Torah about it. Right? Isn't Barech just, kind of a regular benching that we do throughout the rest of the year? What would be so special about the benching on a Seder night that we obviously have to give a Dvar Torah about it? So we know that obviously each one of the kosas that we do on the Seder night, right, the four kosas, each one represents one of the different four lashonos of Geula, right? V'otzeisi, v'itzalti, v'ga'alti, v'lakachti, right? Now, Barech, the Birkas Hamazon that we do on the Seder night, right, is connected to the third kos of the Arba Kosos, right, which represents the concept or the statement of Geula of v'ga'alti, right, that we had, that Kosh Baruch Hu was nigalas. What about benching after Shulchan Aruch? What does it have anything to do with the concept of Geula? We know throughout Magid we keep saying over the same line. We say over the line that HaKadosh Baruch Hu took us out of Mitzrayim, out of the Shibud, to Paro in Mitzrayim. And over and over again it says over and over, Paro in Mitzrayim, Paro in Mitzrayim. Why do we have to be redundant like that? Why do we have to say that we were Meshubah to Paro in Mitzrayim? If HaKadosh Baruch Hu would not have taken us out, at that moment, then we would have never gotten out. The answer is, we know the Gemara in Zvachim tells us, right, that Paro was an interesting individual. Paro was a person who was only an amma tall, yet his, desires were an amma and a half long. Right, which basically the Gemara is telling you over there that Paro was somebody who the entire state of who he was, the entire being of who he was someone that was completely and utterly succumbed to his desires. That was his entire stature, the entire, essence of who he was. He was a person who was completely and utterly controlled by his desires. Physicality had basically swallowed him up. Us being Meshubah to Mitzrayim, us being Meshubah to Paro, right, in Mitzrayim specifically, was us being Meshubah to the fact that obviously instead of us being able to use the physical world, instead of us being able to obviously use it to elevate ourselves, to connect to Ruchnius, right, we were Meshubah to it. We were completely and utterly enslaved to that physicality without being able to use it properly. The Geula that happened by Pesach was that HaKadosh Baruch Hu, not only did he take us out of the actual physical slavery, but HaKadosh Baruch Hu took us out for a purpose. He took us out for something that we're supposed to be able to do in this world. And what Klal Yisrael is meant to do in this world is Klal Yisrael is meant to use the entire physical world, the entire Olam HaGashmi, to be able to elevate it, to Ruchnius, to connect it to Ruchnius, right? That was what was given to us, and therefore, it's specifically after having Shulchan Aruch, after eating that beautiful, amazing meal, right? Now we can actually make Birkas Hamazon. We could show HaKadosh Baruch Hu that we weren't just eating that meal to be able to stuff our faces and fill our bellies, but rather we were actually being able to eat that meal, right? To eat that meal, which the Shulchan Aruch, actually, the meal in Shulchan Aruch represents, right, the Schar and Olam Haba of Torah. The Afikomen, which we eat at the end of Shulchan Aruch, represents Schar and Olam Haba. And with that, we show that we can link Olam Hazeh to Olam Haba, the physical world to the Olam HaRuchni, and therefore that's why we're making the bracha of Birkas Hamazon, right? We're making that bracha, and we're making the Hagafen on the third coast of V'ga'alti HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You brought us out, you were nigal us, you were goyel us from the Shibud to the physical world, from being subservient to the physical world. Then now we have the capabilities to use it properly, to use it to elevate ourselves. That's what we're actually making the bracha on, by the Birkas Hamazon, and the bracha that comes afterwards of Hagafen, of that third coast of the Ga'alti, right? On the Seder night, we should all be Zeicha, B'mheira B'yameinu. Klal Yisrael needs this so badly, to the ultimate Geula, B'mheira B'yameinu. Amen.